Howdy, howdy. Hello, Echo. Hello, Con. Welcome. How are you two doing today? Let me get my stream up on my phone. Where are we today? Stream up on phone. Stream manager. There it is. Daisies are extinct except for me. What? No! No! What does that mean? Let me go to no game. Where's my PNG tuber model? There they are. Hello. It's a me. A strawberry. Let me exit out of this, and then let's get Ace Attorney set up. Deadsies? No. Updating Steam? Oh, come on now. Don't do this to me today. Please. Please. Synchronizing Steam Cloud. Oh, please. I don't need an app for this. Hello, Capcom. Yes, I will press enter. There we go. Do 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 do. Oh. Like, everything about this game is something to be complimented, but like the soundtrack, mwah. The soundtrack is beautiful. Okay, I vanished immediately after saying hello. I'm here for real. Hello, welcome back. How are you, Echo? Sorry for the slurp ASMR. I have my chocolate milk. You're okay? That's good. Slurp? Exactly. Oh, the slurps. Ah, what have we been up to? No. Is Ace Attorney... There we go. I was just making sure Ace Attorney was open. So today, hopefully, we will be finishing the third case of Justice for All. I'm very excited, very nervous. Honestly. Because I don't know how well I'm gonna do. I'll be free of clown case today. I will! I'll be free of the clowns. Be gone. I want nothing more than the clowns to be gone. This case is hell. And I'm glad it is nearly over. It's still interesting. And it's easier to solve than the last one. But it is still extremely annoying. Clowns are over, party they so are. Clowns are done. Clowns are over, clowns are done. Goodbye, clowns. Leave me alone. I would like to never see a clown again after this, but then unfortunately I do have to look in the mirror. So that's unfortunate. Unclowns you. Oh yeah, take the nose off me. Take the red nose off me. And that should do it. Alrighty, let me get in a good, comfortable position. Prepare my voice for the impeccable acting that will come ahead. Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. Alright, I think we're good. Let's jump into it. Yes. Let's go. Good morning, Max. Oh, yeah, good morning, sweeties. You don't seem like your usual sparkling self today. I'm always like this before I go in front of an audience. I'm working up to it. Tee-hee. Oh my goodness. Don't get nervous, Maxie. Here, have a glass of milk. Oh my goodness. I'll take that milk, thank you. I'll take a sip of my own milk. You know what? Solidarity. Solidarity. Everyone take a glass of milk. Regina! How fabulous! My sweetie pie! My sweetie pie princess! You came to watch my performance today? Of course I did. Mo told me that I should come and watch this. Mo said that? So what kind of performance will you put on today? Let me guess, you'll fly at the end? It's not that kind of show. Isn't that right, my sweeties? Huh? I think my sweetie pie princess doesn't... Yeah, she doesn't seem to realize what's going on. Or even where she is. Well, Max, looks like it's time to raise the curtain. I'll see you later. Today, I'm just a member of the audience. Fabulous! And enjoy yourself out there. Good luck, Max. You're the best. Oh, I hate that whole relationship. Regina's different, don't you think, Nick? Top of the morning to ya! I forget Mo's voice. I always forget Mo's voice. Why is he Irish now? Everybody, let's get ready to get stuck in legal limbo. How low can you go? Mo. Top of the morning to you, governor. Top of the morning. That's the ticket. Attacking the day starts with energy in the morning. Mo's voice sounds like Toad. Oh, I don't think I could do a Toad voice, or I would. My throat will die. I'd like to preserve my vocal cords, at least for the next couple of hours, so I make it to the end of the stream. The early bird gets the worm, but then again, worms lack high brain function. Aha, 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 aha. Here, Max, I brought you a present. Have some milk. Why is everyone bringing Max milk? What is happening here? Oh my! Thanks. So how are you today, right? Well, I've got the feeling that today I'm going to face off against the real culprit. You mean Acro? Huh? You think he did it? Be careful. He's used to putting his life on the line. Literally. He's got guts to spare. If all I've got to worry about is how thin the tightrope is, I'm used to that already. It just means that I won't be able to press him like I can with other witnesses. What are you going to do then, Nick? I guess today we'll just have to do without our usual psychological warfare. Today, we rely on evidence. It's the only way we'll get past Acro and to the truth. Oh, that's delightful. We can't even press him. We just straight up have to prove him wrong. Every single time. Oh, that's gonna be annoying. Oh well, we can try. I mean, we have to try. You're right, but it's gonna be tough. Anyways, I want you to make sure that Regina sees it all today. It's important. Then she'll finally have to deal with the reality of what happened to her father. You want us to make sure Regina watches? Yes, that's why I brought her here to court today. What's that supposed to mean? She needs to know that when people die, they don't just become stars. I may be an old-fashioned clown, but I don't believe in people becoming stars. Oh, you party pooper, Mo. I don't like the idea of them becoming stars. Even though it's warrior cats. But they do, right? I don't know if they become stars, but I love the sentiment of it, so I feel like being a party pooper to a 16-year-old girl is weird. Every person becomes sparkle when they fade away. That makes sense. I like that way of thinking. Let's go. Time to face the music. Court is now in session for the trial of Maximilian Galactica. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Ms. von Karma, you may proceed with your case. The prosecution would like to revise its previous theory of events. What's the meaning of this? We have discovered a new witness, or shall I say a new eyewitness. One that saw Maximilian Galactica fly off from the scene of the crime. Order! Order! Phoenix isn't ready. He's Bluey. If bonk wasn't specifically for horny jail, I would give you a good bonk right now. That is... Why? Worst pun I've ever seen. I adore it. Thank you. I had a feeling something like this would come up. Due to this revision, we are now prepared to explain how the defendant flew that night. An explanation the prosecution will present if the need so arises. In fact, my detective stayed up all night creating a mock-up of the scene on my orders. Poor Gumshoe. Very well, please call your witness to the stand. Time to get to work, or shall I say, time to walk the courtroom tightrope. It's Acro! And he brought the birds with him. Okay. Name and occupation. Ken Dinglin, but everyone calls me Acro. I'm employed as an acrobat at the Berry Big Circus. Where were you the night of the crime? I was in my room that night. If you look at the map... If you look at the map, you will see the witness's room is near the crime scene. My room is on the 3rd floor. The crime scene is below my window. It's hard to do the voices right when you can't see who's speaking except for the name. That's really annoying. The night of the crime, the witness saw something quite shocking. Would you tell us what you witnessed? Okay. Here comes the testimony. It was just after 10 p.m. and I was resting in my bed. Around that time, I heard a large thump noise from outside the window. Then, a few moments later, I saw someone flying right by my window. It was Max Galactica. I only saw him from behind, but that's who it looked like. To be honest, when I saw that, I thought I was dreaming. This witness's testimony matches up exactly with that of the clown. If that's the case, there is very little the prosecution need add. All that's left is to explain how the defendant disappeared into the sky that night. Oh, your small person has a mole? I have one too, but on the opposite side. That's a mole I have in real life. I tried to request the PNG tuber model look as much like me as possible, and I think it went pretty well. Obviously, it's very cartoony. My head isn't that big. My eyes aren't that big. My mouth isn't that big. But I'd say it is very similar to my energy, and I really enjoy that about it. Also, I made sure it got like freckles and the mole on the right side of the face. You mean you aren't 2D IRL? No, I'm not. Can you believe it? I'm a real person. Who would have thunk? Oh. Before we get that far, I'd like to cross-examine the witness. A foolish choice by a foolish fool who wishes to feel the foolish sadness of a sad fool. Blip, blip. Tongue twister. A man must know the proper timing for things, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Just like your old friend, Mr. Miles Edgeworth did. I can't speak today. Hoo-hoo. Mr. Wright, do you have a problem with the witness's testimony? In the words of Ms. Von Karma, may I quote yesterday's proceedings? There's no way that actually happened. Very well, you may proceed with your cross-examination. Edgeworth dead? I refuse to believe that still. I don't think Edgeworth is dead. Alright. So we can't press this guy, we just have to give evidence. It was just after 10 p.m. and I was resting in my bed. Alright. Let's look at the murder report. Time of death, 10:15 p.m. He said just after 10 p.m. No! Go back! No! Oh, far out. Edgeworth found dead in Miami. Actually, he wasn't found dead. He was just found that he chooses death. Alright. This is the first thing I'm gonna do. I want to know, does 10:15 p.m. count as just after 10 p.m.? That's gonna be my first question. Nope. Alright. Okay, let's just load. Make sure we don't lose anything. So he was resting in his bed. Around that time, I heard a large thump noise from outside the window. It makes sense to pick 10:15 p.m. It sounds like it would work. Well, it didn't work. But IRL it would be so pedantic. Well, I am pedantic. So a lot of my things are gonna be pedantic. A few moments later, I saw someone flying right by my window. It was Max Galactica. I only saw him from behind, but that's who it looked like. To be honest, when I saw that, I thought I was dreaming. They're saying don't press him. So I'm trying not to press him, but I don't know what to add here. It was Max Galactica. I only saw him from behind, but that's who it looked like. Maybe I present this again? No. Shit. Alright. Alright, I'm actually gonna waste it and actually press and see what pressing does. The light in your room was turned off then, right? That's true, I was going to bed after all. So with the lights off, you were still able to clearly see a human fly by your window? The safety lights lit things up enough for me to see. But honestly, there was only enough light for me to see the silhouette outside my window. It was the person's back, so I couldn't see the white roses on the front. Did you see any of the other symbols? I clearly saw the silk hat, as well as the cloak wrapped around his body. I'm convinced that the person I saw was Max Galactica. The more I press him, the less results I seem to get. But maybe there was something fishy with his latest bit of testimony. No. So I can press him. That's really annoying. They were telling me that I couldn't. So yeah, I'm gonna say there's a contradiction because I can take a guess. There is a huge contradiction with the testimony that was just given. If there's a contradiction, then prove it with evidence. She's right. Let's see some evidence. Do you have any evidence to support your claim of a contradiction? I do. And the evidence is the hat found at the crime scene. I think. Because why would it be found at the crime scene if he saw Max floating away wearing the hat? You claim to have seen the exact same thing Mo saw that night. Do you stand by that? What do you mean? The silk hat. What about the silk hat? I saw it on Max's head as he flew by my window. Well, you should have tried looking down out of your window that night. That would have been quite difficult considering the state that I'm in. Just looking outside of the window was a tough enough challenge for me. That's a shame, because you would have noticed the silk hat found on the scene. That's the ringmaster's hat, right? Afraid not. No matter how you look at it, this is Max's silk hat. Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Are you saying that Max had 2 silk hats? No. This is a handmade, one-of-a-kind model made only for Maximilian Galactica. Which means, Acro, that you've been fibbing on the stand. Here we go! And so it begins. Order, order! As always, it looks like someone just had to open their mouth before thinking. Are you okay, Nick? Well, I opened my big mouth and now I have to back it up. How about it, Mr. Wright? What would cause this witness to commit perjury on this court today? Oh. Oh. Do I bring it out that quickly? Do I bring it out that quickly that Acro is the real culprit? You know what, let's go. Your Honor, on this occasion, the defense accuses Acro himself. On this occasion? Accuses Acro? What in the world are you accusing him of? Obviously, we accuse him of the murder of Mr. Russell Berry. Mr. Wright, are you serious? Deadly serious, Your Honor. I think your trips to the circus have served you well. You seem to have learned how to try and grab it at an audience's hearts and minds. Your Honor, don't allow yourself to be swayed by theatrics. Trying to wow the crowd with smoke and mirrors is the oldest bluff in the book. Really? If you don't believe me, just look at the witness. He's calm enough for it to be almost scary. He is staying rather calm and collected. Mr. Dingling, do you have any response to the defense's accusation? I don't really need to say a thing, do I? What do you mean? Everyone, take a good look at me. I can't even stand up by myself, let alone leave the lodging house. That's true. I understand that Mr. Wright is just trying to help his client. But to do this by accusing me of a murder of all things... See? Even a sliver of common sense makes it clear the accusation is ludicrous. She's right. Way to pick on the disabled, you heartless, cruel man. Oh, come on! No, that's not what I was... Phoenix is a poopy head! See that, Mr. Phoenix Wright? If you're trying to drum up support from the peanut gallery, that's how you do it. I think that's enough of this little game. I've got a doctor's note to confirm that Acro is unable to stand under his own power. Maybe the defense is planning on making a claim to counter this as well. I can hear the defense now. Acro had an accomplice. What do you say about this, Mr. Wright? Did Acro have an accomplice? Oh, fuck. This is... Did he or didn't he? I don't know. I don't think he did. I'm gonna say no. Now then, this must be when we get to hear the name of the mystery accomplice. Not this time, Von Karma. What? You're not going to sucker me into this one. What are you blabbering about, Mr. Wright? There was no accomplice. Acro planned and committed this murder all by himself. Order? Order? What are you getting at? Way to keep them on their toes, Nick. Now I'm going to have to prove how it all fits together. I have to show how Acro murdered Russell Berry. Can you do it, Nick? Can you really do that? I know what I can't do. I can't stop now. If I stop attacking, I'm doomed. Alright, then let's do it. Mr. Phoenix Wright. If this witness is the killer, then his eyewitness account is all lies, right? Mr. Wright, I'd like you to clear something up for me. When the crime was committed, where exactly was Mr. Dingling? Fuck, I hate these questions. Because it could really easily go wrong. If you say yes, that means 2 people go to jail? 2 people from the circus? That's only if I can prove that it was 2 people. And I don't think I can prove it was 2 people. I'm not even sure I can prove it was him with the information that I have right now. I honestly don't know if I could do that. So when he was murdered, Where was he? Oh. Oh. I just had an idea. He was obviously here the entire time. That's Acro's room? Pretty simple, hey? Acro wasn't able to leave the lodging house by himself. In that case, there can be only one correct answer. Acro didn't leave his room to kill the ringmaster. What? Are you nuts? What say you, Mr. Dingling? It's an interesting theory. That's it? Considering that what you propose is impossible, yes, that's it. I don't think it's impossible, though. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. As the witness has stated, your assertion is impossible. As he is in a wheelchair, there is no way he could go to the scene or be the killer. You've got a point. It seems you've forgotten once again, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The defendant was clearly spotted at the scene of the crime. That's true. Mo said that he saw Max, didn't he? But Maya, it's still impossible for humans to fly. Do you mind if I ask the question, Mr. Wright? What is it? I understand some of your logic. However, how do you think that I killed him? If I can't leave my room, I obviously couldn't wear Max's costume. How did he do it? That's the next course of this legal buffet. Be careful, Nick. If you mess up here... She's right. I can't mess up here. I've got to give this one some serious thought. I'm sure that Acro killed the ringmaster, and he did it while he was in his room. No doubt about it. Time to enlighten us as to how Mr. Dingling committed the crime, Mr. Wright. Oh. Oh, this is tough. Kelly, smartest ever? Well, I think I am at least. No, I'm really not the smartest ever. I think he could have dropped something. You know? I think he could have dropped something on the guy's head. Possibly the wooden box? That's what I've been thinking. Or... But there's no evidence that shows that he did that. I'm not sure what to do here. I'll try can't present right now. I think we will finally be graced with an explanation. Don't push it, Von Karma. What? You aren't gonna suck me in this time. I'm smart enough to know when I don't have the cards to play and my hand sucks right now. What do you mean, Mr. Wright? He means that everything he said up until now has all been nonsense. It's true, right? If you can't establish proof of your murder theory, then it's nonsense. He's trying to fool us by playing some misdirection game. It looks like this isn't going to pass muster. Nick, you've got to show them some evidence. Easier said than done. So what will it be, Mr. Wright? Okay, so we do have to present evidence. What did Mr. Dingling use to commit the crime of murder against Russell Berry? So I have two possible answers to this. Yeah? That's the wooden box. Or wait. The bust. Is it this? What's that? A picture? It is indeed. The problem with the item that's shown in the picture. The bust? It's quite a large bust, and because it is life-sized, it is also very, very heavy. Heavy? Heavy enough to guarantee a certain death. Especially if it was dropped from a third-story window. Yes! I thought the guy may have dropped something. And that makes so much sense. I didn't even think it was the bust, I thought it was the box. But then that didn't really make sense, because the box couldn't have been dropped and then the guy fall on top of it. So the box had to have been there. Oh my goodness, I'm a genius. And then I thought of the bust. I'm a genius! Ah! See? This is how Acro was able to kill the Ringmaster. With the force of gravity and Maximilian Galactica's ample bust. Let's go. Order? Order. So you're saying the bust fell onto the Ringmaster? A rather simple crime. Even if you were stuck in a wheelchair, it would be incredibly easy to commit. How could you possibly wheel a wheelchair with something so heavy? It's impossible. Well, Acro is an acrobat. He should have more than enough upper body strength to carry something like the bust. Mr. Dingling, how do you respond to these charges? Well, Acro's at a loss for words. He should be. He knows that I'm getting close to the truth. Well, Acro. You can't run away from Oh! I'd watch what I say if I were you, Mr. Phoenix, right? What? Your Honor, the physical health of the witness is material to this case. I demand that we get proper testimony from the witness himself. Testimony, you say? Von Karma. She's just using this testimony as a rouse to stall for time. There is absolutely no need for such testimony. The defense has its version of the murder. The prosecution has the right to respond. The defense's objection is overruled. Why can't he see things my way once in a while? Mr. Dingling, I'm sorry, but we need you to testify about your physical condition. If you have any doubts about your ability to testify, we can request expert testimony. The witness will have no problems. However, let's all be respectful towards him. Thank you. That woman will sink to any low to win a case. Here we go again. Max's ample bust. Oh yeah, I'd say it's more than ample. I'd say it's much more than ample. It's quite a nice bust, if you ask me. On to the testimony. I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bust. I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat and only my legs were injured. However, lifting the bust and looking out of the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the Ringmaster's head. Thus, it would be unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him, don't you think? I have no doubts in regards to this witness's testimony. Let me save here. It was impossible for him to lift the bust and stick himself out far enough to look. Not to mention that he could not have known the location of the Ringmaster's head. A single false step would have led to even more severe injuries. That's what I was thinking. What is your opinion on the matter, Mr. Wright? I'd still like to proceed with my cross-examination. He's simply stalling. It's shameful, really. Grr, I can't let her get to me. I've got to focus. Alright, so now we've learned we can actually press. So let's try and press him. Alright. Let's press this one. And why is that? Because if I were to do that, I'd end up falling out the window myself. I still haven't gotten much feeling back in my legs yet. So you couldn't have thrown that bust out of the window? How long do you think your recovery will take? You have yet to remember that my nose was severely damaged. I'm currently undergoing some extremely intensive rehabilitation, but it's still going to take a while before I'm back to 100%. Let me remind you of another very important point. If the witness was carrying the bust, he would not be able to see up below the window. Why do you say it would be impossible? Allow me to explain. You accept that if I was carrying the bust, I couldn't see out below the window? Thus, there is no way that I would know the location of the ringmaster's head. Well, I suppose you've got a point. Hey, Nick? Huh? What if you turn things around? Maybe you think of it sort of like this. If he knew the location of the ringmaster's head, then he could drop the bust. That does make sense. If only I could prove somehow that Akron knew the location of the ringmaster's head without locking down. I think I've already explained things sufficiently. Okay. Let me save here. Because I've lost a bit of health already. Whoops. But I think I know. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head. I think he knew the location of the ringmaster's head because he had something... He had put a prop down that would make the ringmaster pause. Acro, you didn't really need to lean out the window, did you? What are you driving at, Mr. Wright? The music stopped. I think I got it. You already knew ahead of time where the ringmaster's head was going to be. Quite precisely, I may add. Your silly hinting at things is pointless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Enough stalling. How about you show us some evidence? But I did such a good job hinting. Yes. Hurry up and explain things, Mr. Wright. Maybe you should take a look at this. The key point here is the wooden box. The same wooden box that the victim was found hunched over? The same. The question is, who placed the wooden box here? Who? When Ben and company saw the ringmaster, they didn't see him holding the box, which means that this wooden box was already placed at the scene of the crime. I have to admit that your theory makes a lot of sense. The moment that the bust came falling down was exactly the same moment that the ringmaster lifted up this wooden box. Which means that the answer to all these questions is now crystal clear. You mean... If the bust were to fall upon the point marked out by the wooden box, there would be no way that it could miss the head of the victim. No! Order! This is unbelievable! Finally, some of these loose ends are starting to tie themselves up. Now I just gotta keep going, and there's only one way to go from here. Forward. So the next question I have is, who placed that wooden box at the scene? It was Mr. Dingling, of course. He connected it to a rope, and then all he had to do was lower it down. Ow! Allow me to whip some sheep into you. Oh, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Oh, okay. The ringmaster's head could have been anywhere when he lifted the box. That's why the box was so specially made. Specially made? Indeed. It had the most peculiar feature. Ooh, the size, weight, or contents. The weight? The box has a remarkable weight. Weight? According to the court record, it weighs 20 pounds. Just to lift up this wooden box would have required... Oh, I see. One would have to squat down, then lift it up with their body, wouldn't you say? That's exactly what I was trying to point out. The box is also very large. The box also has carrying handles on either side, doesn't it? That is correct. To lift up the box, you'd have to squat down. Which means that no matter who you are, your head would be in approximately the same place. Fool! Oh, who are you talking about, Von Karma? Yourself? How are you still so calm? Buddy, go insane a little. Does he even bother to listen to me anymore? I've heard what you've had to say. I must admit, I'm shocked at your imaginative skills. Did you do it? Did you place this wooden box in the plaza? Mr. Wright may have a vivid imagination, but I could never have done what he's proposing. What? Mr. Wright, do you recall the original location of Max's bust? I remember. Of course I remember. It was on top of the table in the cafeteria. Then what happened to it? I'd like you to remember one important fact, Mr. Wright. I could not possibly leave the lodging house by myself. Ah, that means... You understand what I mean, don't you? I may very well have been able to drop the bust from my room. However, how would I have gotten the bust from the cafeteria to my room? You see, Mr. Phoenix, right? Explain that. Don't forget, you said there was no accomplice. Ugh. Tell us exactly how the witness would have carried the bus from the cafeteria. Hello? Defiled Pie Pigeon, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Strawberry Patch. I hope you are having a good day and I hope you enjoy your stay. That rhymed! I'm a poet. Oh, okay, you know what? I'll save here. Might as well save here. Turtle, so true. I love Turtwig. I'm glad Turtwig is my following baby. It's so adorable. Yep, we definitely have a problem here. But this is no place to get perplexed. I've got to get my wits about me and prove how things happened once and for all. Alright, Mr. Wright, let's hear your explanation. How did the witness get the bust from the cafeteria back to his room? How did he get it from the bust back to his room? It's shiny, right? Could there have been any way that the monkey could have done this? No, my best bet is the monkey, I think. I think the monkey took it. I'm not sure how, because it's a heavy bust, but this is the best guess I have, unless anyone has a better one. Monk? Yeah, Monk is my guess here. Not 100% sure, but I think so. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try the monkey. I'm gonna send it. A monkey? Everyone knows money. He loves shiny objects of any size. Oh, like when he stole the ventriloquist ring. So, are you saying the witness had a monkey steal the bust? Of course he didn't order the monkey to steal it. The monkey stole it on his own and then brought it back home. The music's kicking in. I think we got it. He showed surprise. He made a noise of exclamation. I think we're getting there. Home? Money lives in Acro's room. Acro's room? But the bust was bronze, wasn't it? Bronze isn't all that shiny. Maybe you should put the whip down sometimes and read the court record. Okay. Sassy Phoenix, let's go. My, those are some very nice cards he's holding. Yes, and they are made of platinum, which is very shiny. Acro. Money is a strong monkey, right? It'd be easy for him to bring the bust back to your room. If he wasn't able to handle that himself, I'd be on the market for a new roommate. So he's admitting that money could do it. Order? Order. I said order. Ms. Von Karma. Where is the bust in question at this moment? I don't know. We're searching for it as we speak. This is a rather strange turn of events. But let's say that the monkey had not stolen the bust. What would have happened then? Well, in that event, something else would have been used as the murder weapon. Wait! Then you mean this bust was the murder weapon purely by accident? It's possible. Maybe Acro saw Money's mountain of stolen goods and thought to use one of them. Anyways, I think we've more than proven one critical fact. Namely, that it was entirely possible that Acro was the murderer. Moron! Oh, she didn't say fool this time. She pulled out the thesaurus. Mr. Wright's argument was so circular, I'm still a bit dizzy. However, his argument does hold water. There's no denying that. How? Don't seem so flamboozled, especially by this fraud of an attorney. Fraud? You've forgotten the absolute most important thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And what is that? You should know. You forgot that your fraud of a magical client was spotted at the scene of the crime. Ah! There is no reason to doubt the clown's testimony. That's true. How do you respond to that, Mr. Wright? I was about to say she pulled out the thesaurus. Great minds think alike, Echo. Great, amazing minds. Nick, don't let her beat you now. I won't. This is my chance to turn this trial around. When the murder occurred, there were two people at the scene of the crime. One was the victim, Russell Berry, and the other was the murderer himself. Answer this and only this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Who was the murderer the clown saw? Ooh. Who was the murderer the clown saw? Would it be crazy if I did the monkey again? Because I honestly think it might be the monkey. I'm gonna be real, I think it's the monkey. I think Acro dressed the monkey in the clothes. Like, who else could it be? It's not Acro. I mean, it's definitely not bad. It's not... Like, there's no human that could have done it other than possibly Acro, but Acro couldn't have gone out the window to do that. So, it had to be the monkey. Hello, Quality! How you doing today? I hope you're having a good day, evening, whatever time it is for you. I hope you're having a good one. I think it's the monkey! I can't believe I'm gonna use the monkey as evidence again. Let's present him again. What is this supposed to mean? Yes, what is that supposed to mean? Do you mind explaining that to me as well? You're getting barraged with questions, Nick. Why is that? It's because you're on the wrong track. Shit. Oh. When the murder occurred, there were two people at the crime scene. One was the victim, Russell Berry, and the other was the murderer himself. Answer this and only this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Who was the murderer the clown saw? Fuck. Fuck. That's not good. We have one more guess at this. And we've saved. And we did not save recently. So we have one more guess. Who was the murderer the clown saw? So it has to be a who now. Has to be a person. I'm doing good. I always mix up the times when you stream because you're one day ahead of me. Oh, I'm sorry. I know, it can be difficult to figure out because, like, Australian times, but I am Mondays and Thursdays, Australian Eastern Standard Time, which means that it would be, if you live in America, which I'm guessing, it would be Sundays and Wednesdays are when I stream. Who was the murderer the clown saw? Sundays and Wednesdays? Got it? Hell yeah! That's good. Yeah, time zones can be really confusing sometimes, but yeah, I hope it doesn't stay so confusing, and if it does, then maybe I'll try and switch up my schedule a little bit, but I do like what I have. I don't know who this could be. I have a feel. I think I'm just gonna present Max. Max or the Ringmaster. No. How does that go? Yeah. All right. I'm on the wrong track. All right. Oh no, I've lost everything. Guilty. Oh, okay. Fuck. Alright. You have to try again. I don't remember how far back we are here. Let's speedrun this. How did the witness get back from the bus with the monkey? Come on, speedrun! Kelly dead? I am dead. Wait, no, I know what to do. Oh no, I know what it is now. I know who the Who is. The Who is the bust. It's still the bust. Ah, speedrun, 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 speedrun. Speedrun, speedrun, speedrun. Alright, options. Save. Alright. It's gonna be the bust again. Alright. Who was the murderer the clown saw? The clown saw the bust. Yeah! He saw Max's Ow! I asked who was the other person Mo saw on the scene. That evidence has nothing to do with the question. Au contraire, mon frere. It does indeed have something to do with the question. Mo said that he saw Max's silhouette. But he did not actually see the man himself. It wasn't a human being he saw. There we go. I was thinking it before, and then the question came up, and then I forgot. Like an idiot. That's what I was thinking. Nice. We are so smart, Echo. I was stuck on this part forever. I thought the entire time it was a person. Well, I nearly thought the entire time that it was a person. Took me a minute to figure it out. How was that possible? It's simple, really. What Mo actually saw that night was Max's bust. What are you talking about? Have you tried using your brain at all in this case? The silhouette he saw was wearing a cloak. There's no reason why you couldn't attach the cloak to the bust. It would be easy to hang one off of the cards in the bust's hands. Idiot, who in their right mind would put a cloak on a bust? It doesn't matter who put it on the bust. Just wait a minute now, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? Oh, I'm saving again. Saving again, give me a minute. That question is of the utmost importance to this case, don't you agree? Oh, he caught me. So let's have it, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? Who put the cloak on the bust? Is it Acro? The monkey? Sorry, Acro? The monkey? Or Max? I feel like we have three options here. Someone put the cloak on the bust. Or the ringmaster. But the ringmaster would have been dead. I'm going to try Acro. So then how did this person get a hold of the cloak? Well, furthermore, how would this person have gotten the cloak onto the bust, I wonder? Because this person was not spotted at the scene. I'm sorry. Fuck. The famous Von Karma carrot and whip approach. Oh, fuck. Who put the cloak on the bust? I don't know. This part? Yeah, this part. Hi, Charizard. How you doing today? I don't know who put the cloak on the bust. I think it was the ringmaster. I'm gonna take a wild guess. For fool! Him? You were saying it was the victim himself, Russell Berry? That's what I'm saying. The victim himself placed the cloak on the bust. Placed the cloak isn't really the right way of putting it. Then what would be the right way of putting it, Mr. Wright? Explain yourself! Nick, do you really have a handle on all of this? I'm fine, Maya. I'm finally putting all the pieces together. There's really only one picture I can paint, anyways. Alright. So you want to know what really happened that night? Let's step back in time. Okay. Acro used a rope to lower the wooden box onto the scene. Then he attached that rope to the bust, and dangled the bust out of his bedroom window, directly above the wooden box. At the same time, the ringmaster told Max to wait in his room, and went to the scene. Of course, at the time, the ringmaster was wearing Max's costume. Perhaps he didn't want anyone to recognize him that night. But just as he feared, he was spotted at the entrance of the lodging house, by none other than a ventriloquist and his puppet, Ben and Trilo. Doing okay? That's good. I'm glad you're doing alright. When the ringmaster arrived at the scene, he bent over to lift the wooden box. And that's when Acro took his chance and released the rope. Now this is when the magic happens. At the very instant that the bus hit the victim, really? Oh my goodness. You wait just a second there, Mr. Phoenix, right? As much as you try, as much as you scheme, this just isn't true, it can't be. It's still a little early to be getting so upset, Ms. Von Karma. This circus isn't over yet. What? The impact of the bust on the victim threw the cloak up, which snagged onto the bust. I can't believe this. That impact also caused the sound a witness heard, prompting him to take a look. That witness was, of course, Lawrence Moe Curls, the clown. When Moe looked out his window, the cloak had already snagged onto the bust. Now, having completed the crime, Acro naturally went about pulling up the murder weapon. Of course, he had no idea that Moe saw the bust being raised with the cloak dangling on it. Primarily because in his wheelchair, he couldn't see out of his window, so he just kept pulling the bust up. Oh my gosh, is that actually what happened? And that is how the magical murderer disappearing into the sky came to be. Everyone is just in shock. So you see, the only person who could have pulled this off is the one person who was able to drop the murder weapon from above the crime scene. Acro, it could only have been you. He's still so calm. Acro's been playing mind games with all of us. He sure has. But he has come to the end of his rope now. So? What now? You've graced us with a rather long-winded tale. But do you have any evidence to prove that your fairy tale is true? Time to save again. Back. Evidence? In this court, only two things matter. The power of evidence and the power of my whip. Don't forget the power of my gavel as well. Mr. Wright, the prosecution brings up a good point. Can we see some evidence? Nick, they say they want evidence. I just explained how there can only be one possible murder method. But there's still something unusual about Mo's eyewitness account. Unusual? A contradiction, actually. Okay then, use that and get out of this jam. That's enough talking amongst yourselves. Proceed, Mr. Wright. Present some evidence to the court that backs your claims. I want hard proof that you have unraveled the trick to this magic case. Fuck. Von Karma never did anything to prove how Max flew. Honestly, no. She just said the defendant could fly and that's it. Exactly. It's really funny to see the prosecution put in as little evidence as possible when they're the prosecution and they're the ones meant to... It should be equal exchange of evidence and stuff, but this is all stuff that we're bringing up. And I find it really funny. But now we have to unravel the trick of the case. We do have this. We do have this. But we need hard proof. And I don't think that counts as hard proof. I think that's for later on when there's a motive talked about. I don't think that's what we have to go to next. But we need the proof that unraveled the trick. I don't know what the proof is. Is it the motive letter? Do we go right into the motive now? Or is it proof that it happened? What is this? That's not proof. I don't see how that can be proof. Maybe the pepper? We've already presented the box, so I feel like it's not the box again. We've already presented the monkey, so I don't think it's the monkey again. Picture of the crime scene. No. I think we need to try the motive. Oh? Oh? Fuck. It's not, is it? Shit. Alright. Oh! Far out. I don't remember the contradiction of Mo's account. I don't remember the contradiction of Mo's account. Is it this? The problem is Max's 3 symbols. Okay, this was the contradiction. Okay, I thought there might have been another one that we hadn't brought up, but it's actually just the old one that we brought up before. You know, the silk hat, the cloak, and the white roses. Those symbols were a problem numerous times during yesterday's proceedings. Yesterday, there were 2 contradictions in Mo's testimony. The silk hat was one, the white roses were the other. But the theory I just presented explains all of these contradictions. You fool, don't you ever shut up? Max's silk hat was found at the scene of the crime. However, remember what Mo said yesterday? He testified that the criminal he saw fleeing the scene was wearing a silk hat. There's only one explanation for that. The silk hat that Mo saw was actually the bust's. Makes sense. If you look at it that way, then he did see the silk hat. Well, sort of. Fine, you've got one, but what about the other contradiction? The other contradiction? Remember what that ventriloquist said in court? He said that he witnessed white roses on Max's chest that night. But the clown's testimony doesn't match. The clown said that there were no white roses. I'd like to see you try and explain that one away. Can you do it, Nick? I don't know if I can, so I'm gonna save before I do that. Of course, I can explain all of it. What was that? Please recall the instant when the cloak snagged onto the bust. If the cloak snagged onto the bust, what happened to the white roses? Did they fall off? No, they get covered! Do you get it yet? If the cloak got snagged onto the front of the bust, it means that the white roses would end up on the back of the bust. Ah! Which explains why Mo didn't see them. The white roses were not visible because they were on the back side of the bust. Order! Order! This is so convoluted, I'm losing my mind. This is quite the shocking state of affairs. Mr. Wright's theory still sounds a bit absurd to me. However, let's just keep going down this road for a while and see where it leads. Let's do this, Nick. Then maybe Von Karma will finally throw in the towel. Nope, they're still calm and happy. So obviously we've got some more to go through. Well, so much for that theory. Mr. Wright, do you mind? What is it? You took the time to research our circus, didn't you? Well, yes, I did. Is there something making you think that I didn't? If you did, then maybe you'll understand why I think you're off track. Why is that? Motive. This witness feels an incredible debt of gratitude towards the ringmaster. Anyone with any relation to the circus is well aware of this. Thus, there is absolutely no way someone like this would kill the ringmaster. See, look, this is the bit I feel like I've got sorted out. Your Honor, I'd like you to hear Acro's story. Learn about his relationship with the ringmaster, and his life up until now. What do we do? There's no doubting that Acro deeply respected the ringmaster. Acro's motive. It seems that this case isn't over yet. Very well. However, I feel this is a good place to take a break. I'll listen to the rest of Mr. Dingling's testimony after recess. This court will now take a 10-minute recess. To be continued. Now we can save. We made it through one half. It only took over an hour. But that's alright. Alright. Everybody. Well, everyone's having a 10-minute recess, so let's have one too. Everybody stretch, Grab a snack if you want to. Grab a drink if you want to. Let's relax ourselves in before we get to the second part of the trial. Big stretches. No one even had to redeem stretch. I did it anyway. I can't believe it. Acro? It's pretty shocking, isn't it? It definitely is. And to think he was always the most straightforward of the group. I'm gonna head out for tonight. Hope the rest of the case goes well. Thank you so much, Echo. I hope you have a good night as well. See you. Love you so much. Thank you for sticking around. Jeepers. Am I that hated? Ahem. Acro tried to pin the murder on you on purpose. He did? Psst, psst. But I'm nothing but a little old nobody, you know? But you're not, which is kind of the reason why. Hey, pal! You're gonna ignore me after I went all this trouble to bring you some evidence? Detective Gumshoe? Forget it. I'm going home. This guy deserves to be guilty anyways. Now, Detective. I'm sorry. Look, why don't you relax a little? We've got some really tasty milk. How about a card trick, Detective? Well, if you insist. Now about that evidence you mentioned. What is it? Here you go. Huh? This was yesterday in Acro's room. Yep, and I've included the forensic results. Take a look at it later. Won't Ms. Von Karma be mad that you're doing this? That's why this is all a secret. Huh? Look, details are on a need-to-know basis, and we're not really allies or anything, but everything that's happened in court up until now has gone according to our plan. I don't know, Ms. Von Karma didn't seem in control of things in there just now. You'll figure it out eventually, pal. Yesterday, our final plans were set in motion. Final plans? Uh-huh. That reminds me. I've got a message from the prosecutor for you. Nothing is ever truly decided until the very end. That's it. And that's it for me too, pal. I'm out of here. What did he mean by that? The very end part? I'm not sure. It was all pretty cryptic to me. Oh, one more thing. Don't scare me like that. It looks like there's a large care package from the circus for the defendant. What? For me? It's milk. The reception area looks like some kind of dairy, so hurry up and drink it all before it spoils. An entire dairy's worth of milk? For me? Look, Max, if you don't want that milk, I'll take it. You know what? I'll take some right now. I'll have some of mine. Free milk. Let's go. Back to court. Court is now back in session. Ms. Von Karma, please continue from where you left off. I'd like to continue with Acro's testimony, starting with his relationship to the victim. I'd also like to get proof from the defense. Proof of what kind of motive Acro would have to commit this crime. Understood. Now, Mr. Dingling. Yes, Your Honor. Please proceed with your testimony. I gave the judge a weird voice just then. It was half Von Karma, half judge. I just kind of realized it a little too late. Finally, we get to the motive. Wait, Nick, are you okay? Just do me a favor and don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. Oh. Gulp. When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. That's when the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Russell Berry, took us in. I became an acrobat at around 9 years old. I wanted to find a way to repay the ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life. Acro was the only person who the evidence says reasonably could have done this. Okay, but what about the motive, though? I understand that evidence is extremely important, but I do understand why we need the motive for it. Why they need to hear the motive for, like... It's weird, but I get it. I don't really know how else to describe it, but I get it. You're such a thoughtful young man. As you heard, the witness deeply respected the victim. I wonder wonder how anyone could think that Acro would kill the man he held in such esteem. You are absolutely right. How could anyone think that, Mr. Wright? Which is why there's no real need for cross-examination, is there? Actually, that's the question I'm trying to answer myself. Why would Acro kill the ringmaster? This might be my last chance to answer that question. I'll cross-examine. The defense has a right to cross-examine the witness. Humph. You're so tactless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You don't care about justice, do you? You just want to fabricate a motive. Very well, Mr. Wright. Cross-examine the witness. Alright, let's see how this goes. We? Yes, my brother Sean and I. What? You have a brother? How old were you when this happened, Acro? I was 8 years old and my brother was 4. Your parents were very cruel, weren't they? Nowadays, we aren't bitter about what happened to us, because it allowed us to meet the wonderful people at the Berry Big Circus. Nick, the judge is getting misty-eyed. He's got a soft spot for sob stories, it looks like. Ow! No crying in court. Let's keep going. The witness may proceed with his testimony. How would you describe your relationship with the ringmaster? He was like an uncle, a father, and a big brother all rolled up into one. The ringmaster and my brother were the only family I had. What about the other people at the circus? This was over 15 years ago. Back then, there were very few customers coming in, so no one really had the time to look after us. They were worried about other things. But the ringmaster, he would always come and see us with a laugh and a smile. What a beautiful story. That's why I was always thinking of what I could do to help. I wanted to thank him. Nick, isn't Acro such a wonderful person? I know. He seems like a nice guy, which is what makes this so difficult. So how long then have you been a performer? You started off as an acrobat at that early of an age? I begged the ringmaster until he finally agreed to let me do it. Ever since then, I've been in incredible physical shape. That's also when I decided to form a group with my brother. We called ourselves the Flying Dinglingberries. It's nearly a household name. I've even heard of them in Germany. Liar! The point is that I wanted to be of some use to the circus. You are truly a remarkable young man. The judge keeps looking at Acro almost like a proud father. I wanted to find a way to repay the ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life. Did you ever have any trouble with the ringmaster? How? How could you ask such a thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Do you have some sort of fundamental misunderstanding of this witness's testimony? Or the heartfelt emotions contained within? You better think about this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You better think hard. How? Ow! No matter how you look at it, there's no way I could see the witness ever taking the victim's life. Exactly. I've been waiting for you to say that, Your Honor. Nick, I hate to say it, but I agree with them. I was trying to chase down the truth, but I ended up just looking like a jerk. I think that will be enough for now. Pondering whether or not this man would kill the ringmaster leads me to believe that it is pretty unlikely. Exactly right, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, I'd like to ask you a question. Go ahead, Your Honor. I'd just like to know, can you provide an explanation as to why Acro would want the ringmaster dead? Ooh. Let me save real quick. Because I'm not sure I know that answer. Not sure I know it at all. I'm gonna go, I can't provide one, and if that kills me, then I'll go back and try and provide one. Let's try can't. Nick? Yeah, I didn't even have to think about it. It was obvious from the start. Your Honor, the reason that Acro killed the ringmaster is something that can't be proven. What? That's because Acro had no reason to kill the ringmaster at all. I can be the last resort and tell you. Thank you, Charizard. If there does come a point where there's like I have to ask like when to like what to choose, I will definitely ask you for the answer. But for now, I'm gonna try and like just go by my gut first. How? Your foolish attempts to fool us like foolish fools is so full-heartedly foolish. Did you forget? You made an accusation against this witness, did you not? I believe it was, this is the real killer of the Russell Berry, Ringmaster. Why did I say the Russell Berry? If you want to jump to the end of things, then yes, that sounds about right. The end of things? Acro, you didn't plan to kill the Ringmaster at all, did you? The Ringmaster wasn't your target that night. What did you just say? I'm saying that the target of this witness's murderous plot was not the Ringmaster. Because it was never his intention to kill Russell Berry to begin with. What? I thought this was how it was gonna end up. Order! Order! Bailiff, I don't care who it is. Smack anyone who's loud in the face, twice if you must. Mr. Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to my court? How? Mr. Phoenix Wright, what in the world are you trying to do in this court? Are you attempting to imply that Acro was trying to kill someone else? Oh. Oh. Oh, I think I see it now. Was he trying to kill Regina? As revenge? For Bat? Because Regina was looking after him and he put the note in her skirt. We thought it was for her to put it onto the community board, which she did, but it was actually because he thought she was the murderer. She was just so silly to not realize it was meant for her that she put it up on the community board. I think I'm a genius. I think he was trying to kill Regina. Regina Berry? This young girl is the Ringmaster's daughter, correct? Acro, you were really aiming for her that night, weren't you? You don't need to answer that. It's a mean-spirited leading question. He could easily answer this question. If I'm wrong, all he has to say is, you're wrong. That's it. That's it, huh, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Enough! Mr. Wright, allow me to... Ow! The only thing allowed to interrupt me is death itself. Huh? And that goes for you too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Show me evidence, now! I want to know why Acro would want to kill Regina Berry. Alright, let's save. Let's save! Yes, me too. I demand to see some proof. Present evidence that proves Acro was out to kill this young girl. I think it's this note. I think it's this note. I'm gonna try the note, and if it doesn't work, I'll try the lion, and if that doesn't work, I'll try bat. Acro, you remember this, don't you? It's a piece of paper that we found inside the Ringmaster's tailcoat. Inside the victim's tailcoat? Acro wrote this note. It's ironically entitled, To the Murderer. Its purpose was to call someone to the plaza at 10 p.m. So you're saying that he called Russell Berry with that note? Yes, but there's just one little problem. Problem? Acro did indeed to place this note into someone's pocket. However, that someone was not the Ringmaster. You mean, it wasn't for the... That's exactly what I mean. The person this note was intended for was none other than Regina Berry. Hell yeah! We're on the right track, buddies! Be right back, gonna eat? Okay! Have a good meal, Con. Order! 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 Mr. Wright, this little theory of yours. It's the truth, Your Honor. It isn't a theory. Simply put, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her. Which is why, the morning of the crime, she placed it on the cafeteria bulletin board. That's when her father, the ringmaster saw the note? That's correct. The ringmaster ended up in the plaza instead of Regina. And he was killed because of that mistake. Instead of Regina. That's incredible! Food too hot? Oh no! Don't get burned! Wait for it to cool down a little first. Remember the testimony that Acro gave us earlier today? Lifting the bust and looking out of the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. If I were to do that, I'd end up falling out the window myself. Acro had no idea who it was that arrived at the plaza, because he couldn't look down out of his window to see who it actually was. I've got it! I've got it! Acro thought it was Regina down in the plaza. And that's when he let the bust fly. Oh, this is so much. Hey Nick, isn't Regina listening to all this from the audience? She is. Unfortunately, it's only going to get harsher from here. I hope Regina can handle it. Acro wrote this note to Regina. Foolishly foolish fool with foolishly foolish fool ideas of foolish full tomfoolery. You're so foolish, you've even made me sound like a foolhardy fool. God. Stop with the tongue twisters. You don't have to say fool that much. You're 18. Fool isn't like a word for old people. Very well, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If you're so sure, then tell us about this line. I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Yes? What about that line? Well, if the note was meant for Regina Berry, it would mean that this note is declaring that Regina Berry is a murderer. You just don't get it, do you? What? What did you just say? The ringmaster knew what the note meant, which is why he went to the plaza, in place of his lovely daughter. Hold it right there, Mr. Wright. What is this incident that is alluded to in the note? Ooh, let's save. Let's save. Let's save. The incident 6 months ago. I know all about it. An incident occurred 6 months ago, and now I am more than ready to show this court what happened at that time. Moron! Wait, are you sure that it relates to the present case? It does indeed, Your Honor. Everything in this case has its start in what happened 6 months ago. Really, Nick? I think so. Well then, if that's the case, hurry up and tell us about it. What is this conclusive evidence mentioned in the note? I know I'd certainly like to know what it is. If I can't answer that question, the judge is going to think I'm bluffing. The conclusive evidence about the incident 6 months ago is actually... Fuck, no. Is it this? Is it Bat's scarf? Shit, okay. Options. Load. I don't want to get guilty after that. Try again. Alright. The conclusive evidence. Maybe the lion? It's not the lion either? Shit. Fuck. Oh no. And now we're gonna be found guilty because I didn't load in time. Is there anyone stopping you from accidentally saving over the Rise from the Ashes save? There's no one stopping me but myself. I like to keep the times, you know? I finished it on the 23rd of August. I finished it 8 months ago. And I like to keep record of that, if that makes sense. The incident 6 months ago. I know all about it. What is the conclusive evidence in the note? So it's not this. Maybe it's that? It's not. Okay. You know, okay. Okay, you know what? Let's load into it and say we don't know anything about it. Because I've used the 3 things that I don't... Maybe I'll try I don't know. Well... This is simple, Your Honor. If Mr. Phoenix Wright can't provide the facts of this so-called incident on the note, then there is no way to know whether this note is relevant or not. Moreover, one cannot prove any sort of motive for wanting to murder Regina Berry. Huh? It's that simple? Of course it's that simple. Nick, I thought you were going somewhere with this. This is getting ugly. All I can do is to get out of this mess is... I have to prove the truth about what happened 6 months ago. An incident occurred 6 months ago, and now I am more than ready to show this court what happened at that time. Oh, alright. So we do need the proof. What's the conclusive evidence about the incident 6 months ago? It's not the map, it's not the bottle, it's... the conclusive evidence about 6 months ago. I don't... It's not this, okay. I'm gonna do a lot of reloading, sorry everyone. I'll save again so I don't have to run through all of this all the time. The conclusive evidence about the incident 6 months ago. The conclusive evidence about the incident 6 months ago. Is it Akro himself? It's not, alright. Oh, I don't know what the evidence is! The conclusive evidence about the incident 6 months ago. No. 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 Could it be somehow the orange juice bottle? No. Yeah, I didn't think so. The map? The monkey? The lion? How's it not the lion? If it's not the lion... That... Oh, thank goodness, I thought I was presenting that and nearly lost my mind a little. Is it the note itself? Nope. Cardboard Kelly has a big old smile. I do. I'm smiling. My PNG tuber is smiling, but I'm dying inside because I can't tell. I already presented this one, right? The conclusive evidence about the incident 6 months ago. Like, any of these could be the conclusive evidence from 6 months ago. The scarf, the note, and the lion. Like, all of them work. But apparently they don't. So obviously there's something else here that I have to provide, but I don't know what it is. I'm sending out a lifeline. Charizard, if you're still here, if you are still with us, what do I present right now? What do I present here? Do you remember? I'm happy to Google it if you don't remember. But I don't. I'm stuck. We've got this. We presented, we lose health. You forgot to present the pepper. Kelly, no, there's stealth rocks in the chat. Don't call Charizard. You present the pepper. I present the pepper. I didn't think of that at all. I actually had no idea where to present the pepper, so I present the pepper. There are too many peas coming out of my mouth right now. Present the pepper. Present the pepper. Acro put it in the box for a reason. Yeah, that's true. I understood he put it in the box for a reason, and that was to put revenge against Regina, but I didn't realize... Oh! Oh no, I get it! Oh no, it's all fallen into place now. There's pepper on Bat's scarf. That's probably why the lion bit down. And they said it looked like he was smiling and enjoying it. That was because of the pepper on the scarf. Oh! Oh, everything makes sense. Maybe Regina put the pepper on the scarf? Or maybe someone else did. I don't know, but that's why the lion hurt Bat so badly. Oh. 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 Thank you, Charizard. Thank you so much. Present the salt? I've presented enough salt. I've presented enough salt from this entire game. I've been salty enough today, Whackfrost, I think. Been salty enough this stream and all the streams beforehand. Regina deserves the chair. Her native and ditzy personality was all a ruse. Native? Naive. I don't know why I misread native. Was it a ruse? Was she actually trying to kill him? Oh my gosh. Okay, getting too ahead of myself. Charizard said present the pepper, so I'll present the pepper. Achoo! 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 What kind of spicy joke is this, Mr. Phoenix, right? It isn't a joke at all. It's the decisive evidence you asked for. What do you mean? Recall that the victim was trying to take the wooden box away with him. He was doing so because this piece of decisive evidence is what was inside. Another unbelievable conclusion. Very well, Mr. Wright. So what exactly are you saying? Are you claiming Regina Berry killed someone with a small bottle of pepper? You're almost at the funniest part of this trial. The funniest part? Oh no, I can't wait to see what the funniest part of this trial is meant to be. Taking the note into account, that's the only logical conclusion you can draw. Foolish fool who never tires of his own foolish ways. If you're so sure, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then answer this question. I will save before I answer the question. Just keep saving, don't worry, I'm doing that. Who was Regina Berry's intended victim? Bat! Who is this? That is Acro's younger brother. What does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead? Technically, that's true. However, Bat has been in a coma for 6 months now. It's not a stretch to see how Acro could feel that his brother is dead. Regina. She did that to him? Oh no, did my stream die? Hello? Did my stream die? Confirm or deny. Did my stream die? It seems good to me? Okay. That's really weird. Sorry, the stats of my stream just kind of erased themselves, so I thought my stream died. Sorry about that. Time to come back. Thank you. Judge, who is this? Bat slips out of his coma and crashes to the courtroom. That would be great if Bat actually woke up after all this, honestly. Kelly, your PNG Kelly settings appeared? Oh no, did they? Whoops. I'm good? Okay, I'm glad. Sorry, just my stats in my stream mana just went, oh, 0 viewers, my session is 0 seconds, and I was like, huh? And I thought maybe my internet died or something. But if we're fine, then let's continue. Regina, she did that to him? Do you spend your entire life dreaming up new ways to be a fool? Naturally, the prosecution has looked into Akro's brother, Sean Dingling. 6 months ago, he was bit by a lion and fell into his current comatose state. A lion? Regina, Miss Regina Berry is an animal tamer by trade. However, no tamed animal in that position is ever trained to attack another human. They wouldn't understand the command. Moreover, Miss Regina could never do something like that. It's just not in her. It looks like your mic had HP and the bar just lowered. Yeah, if I hover over, because I have my PNG tuber green screened out of its program, it's actually a program that controls it. See? You can see all the stats now. It's called VitoTube Mini, and I've actually green screened out the rest of it, but it's actually it's a good program. It's a good program to keep my PNG tuber, up, and that's what makes my PNG tuber bounce every time I talk. I could do other ways of making my PNG tuber work. I could do it through Discord, but I decided not to, and I think the bounce thing, when I talk, is really cute. But yeah, if you want to become a PNG tuber, I recommend, because it's an adorable program. I love it. So what happened to Akro's brother? He's not the victim of an attempted murder. He's the victim of an accident. I see. Now what do we do? No one seems to be going along with your theory. Do you think what happened to Bat was actually an accident? Oh. Let me save. PNG, but Kelly, the PNG tuber is you, right? Do you also bounce every time you talk? I don't bounce, but I am currently rocking back and forth while talking, while streaming, because it's just a nice calming movement. It's a good thing to keep in mind. It is! It's a great program, and I highly recommend it for anyone who wants to use it or just use a PNG tuber model for anything. Plot twist, Regina is actually Harley Quinn and everything was premeditated. Whackfrost, you might be onto something here. I think it was more than that. I didn't think it was more than that, but now I think it is. My stimming activity is actually shaking my is shaking my hands. I shake my hands a lot. I shake my hands. I have chewing stims. I have like a chew necklace that I chew sometimes, or I just chew my fingernails, but I'm trying to stop that. I've got one fingernail left that I am chewing, but the rest of them I'm growing out. It's been a nearly year-long project. But yeah, just rocking back and forth I like to do. Just when I'm sitting still and have to do other things with my hands. And Mo is actually the Joker and the real evil mastermind. You see, I would believe that. If Mo was evil, I'd believe that, honestly. When I'm nervous, I chew fingernails. Yeah, I bite my fingernails. I used to bite my fingernails all the time. And now I only bite one of them, because I'm trying to grow out the others. And they're doing right well. We literally have the same stims. I have an office chair that I rock back forth in. Oh my goodness, we're the same person. I cross my legs when I'm sitting in my chair sometimes. I never sit in a chair properly. I either have my legs crossed or I'm like kneeling in my chair. I don't just sit like a normal person. How about another joke? Mo says, you know how I got these scars? Made the wrong joke and the lion bit me. Alright, it was more than that. The lion biting Bat was no accident at all. What? You're such an amateur, Mr. Phoenix Wright. There's no way that Regina would ever incite her lion to attack another human being. She may not have incited the lion to attack another human being, but Regina is responsible for making the lion bite Acro's brother, Bat. Now we present this. That's just a scarf. Acro. This scarf is something that Bat used to wear, correct? That's right. And who is the one that gave this scarf to Bat? Regina. Regina gave it to him. Regina? There's something more than just blood on this scarf, Your Honor. And what might that be? Pepper. Pepper? Pepper. Regina gave this scarf to Bat right before the accident, and she covered it with as much pepper as she could. Hey, what's with the silent treatment? Oh my goodness, the bird is poking him. Is that what someone said it was poking him earlier and I didn't notice? Is this the same thing? Why am I getting stabbed? Stop pecking me, leave me alone. Excuse me, Mr. Wright. You've done a good job of fingering a criminal. I'm sorry, I've done a good job of what now? I haven't fingered any criminals. Don't know. No, thank you. But out of curiosity, what was her crime? Ms. Berry gave a pepper-covered scarf to Bat as a present. Where's the crime in that? It still seems like the judge just doesn't get it. I'll save again. I also drink water when I'm bored. That's actually probably the most healthy thing to do when you're bored. Drink water. Just hydrating yourself is... I don't do it enough, and I know I should, and I will, and I try to do it better. But I mean, hydrating when you're bored, I mean, that's pretty good. And it does look like more of a napkin than a scarf. You're absolutely right. Mr. Phoenix Wright, wasn't it said that the lion seemed to be smiling? Smiling? The lion was smiling? Right before Bat was bit by the lion. For a moment, the lion's mouth changed and it looked like he was smiling. Lions smile? I've never heard of them smiling. However, lions sneeze. Leon wasn't trying to bite Bat at all. In reality, all he actually did was sneeze. Oh my gosh. He sneezed and that's what got Bat. He sneezed because of all the pepper on the scarf. What? You fool! Phoenix has suffered enough abuse in this game. He's been whipped, bonked on the head, suffered amnesia, painfully smacked, assaulted by a monkey, and now stabbed by a hummingbird. And almost mauled to death by a tiger. Yeah, Phoenix has been on a hell of a ride. I hope lawyers have insurance. Like, lawyer insurance. You know? Or at least he does. I hope he has lawyer insurance. You've got to be kidding me! What's the matter, Ms. Von Karma? I object for objection's sake. Mr. Phoenix Wright, this theory, you believe it? You really intend to say that this is actually... Sorry. Blah, blah, blah. You really intend to say that this is how this joke of an accident actually happened? Of course I do, it's the truth. The lion sneezed due to the pepper, and that's when Bat lost consciousness. Acro nearly lost his brother due to this accident, or this joke, as you put it. Which is why he tried to get his revenge. Against Regina. You foolish idiot! It almost does seem like a terrible joke. Doesn't it? Once again, I'm impressed by your imagination, Mr. Wright. Oh! To think that there's someone who treats this accident with the respect it deserves. Are you telling me that what I said was true? Acro, you don't mean, you can't mean. Witness! Are you confirming the defense's claim? Mr. Wright, unfortunately your imagination is not enough to find me guilty of murder. What do you mean by that? The pepper, the scarf, the lion. I see where you're going, but it's a bit hard to swallow. Not to mention the fact that there's an even bigger problem with your theory. What would that problem be? The same problem it's always been. Evidence. If I dropped Max's bust on top of the ringmaster, where is the evidence that proves that claim? You mean the conclusive evidence? The biggest problem is the murder weapon, or the lack thereof, to be more precise. We have to prove what happened again instead of the motive? That's aggravating. You haven't seen all the things he hasn't gone through yet. There's the third game. Oh no. Does the third game get worse for him? What was your Edgeworth voice? I never heard it because I started watching on the second game. Oh, give me a moment. Alright, I'm back. Sorry. Just convo with family. We back. My Edgeworth voice was something like, I'm Edgeworth. I am Edgeworth. A little bit like that. I'll probably completely redo his voice, honestly, in the next, whenever he turns up and starts speaking again, because I've forgotten a lot of it. But it was very kind of proper and forced. Edgy, your voice is so nice, it's a shame we'll never get to hear it again. Con, you're not, no. I know you're trying to convince me that he's dead, but I can't be convinced. I am unconvincible. That is a man who is alive. Phoenix suffered even more physical abuse than Gumshoe's annual salary. I love that. Okay. The biggest problem is the murder weapon, or the lack thereof, to be more precise. The murder weapon? The bust that the defense claims was used. If that were to be found in Aqua's room, and if it was covered with the victim's blood, that would be awfully conclusive in my eyes. Yes, it would be. The bust. Nick, you've got to do something! This is the last step. If I get this one right, the case is won. Ooh. Ooh, which one do I choose? See how things work out, or request to search Akro's room? I feel like if we request to search it, it's not gonna be there. Akro is way too confident to... Akro seems way too confident. So I don't think it's gonna be there. So I'm gonna see how things work out. It might be worthwhile to search Akro's room, but... Why aren't you going to search his room? It looks like you finally figured things out, didn't you? Now you know the true meaning of von Karma, total justice. I guess. I figured with you, that's the least I should expect. You'd leave no stone unturned. Von Karma never leaves anything to chance. We already searched Akro's room yesterday. What did you find? It's okay, the next choice after this, where I'll tell you what to do. I'd rather figure it out myself, Whackfrost. If I do get really stuck, I will ask, but don't tell me what to do straight away. I like to figure things out. What did you find? There's no reason to even say it. If we found what you think we found in that room, Akro would not be here as a witness. But to put a point on it, Max's bust was not in the room. The murder weapon is still unaccounted for. You see, Mr. Wright, the bust wasn't in my room. Furthermore, Detective Dick Gumshoe executed the search by complete surprise, and we took Akro directly to the prosecutor's office after that. No, not the right answer, I mean the funny part. Oh, is the funny part a wrong answer? Okay. End of story. Just wait a second, something's funny about all this. It looks like you lacked the final nail to put into my coffin. What about the scarf? What about the note? What about them, Mr. Wright? No offense, but the only evidence that is relevant here is that which pertains to the death of the ringmaster. You should know that by now. Saving. I don't know when we're gonna get a choice, but I'll keep saving. Ah! Do something, Nick. Don't let this case slip away. The bust. Where is it now? Where's the bust right now? You're Phoenix Wright. You know where that bust is. I'll show you. I'm sure you do. There's not even a single clue. How am I supposed to know where the bust is? It seems this case is coming to a close. The defense's counter-arguments look to have fallen short. Thank you for your support. Ah! I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Wright. I think that brings to an end the cross-examination of this witness. No. Hold it! Wait, who's holding it? Maya! Where is Max's bust? The defense needs time to prepare to present its case. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous and I just bit my tongue. Huh? What? We need time to do what? Ow! Why are you the most surprised person ever? She's your aide, isn't she? Do you really have a case to present, Mr. Wright? What? Are you asking me? The rest is up to you, Nick. Good luck. Oh, Maya, why are you putting us back into this? She's throwing us back in. Alright then. Time to try again. Hey, wait, you can't be serious. Acrobats always have their lives on the lines, don't they? That's how Acro's lived his life up until now. Now it's time for us to walk across our own tightrope. If we don't, we're certain to lose. Very well. The defense may proceed. He doesn't have a clue, and I don't think he'll be finding one anytime soon. Walking the tightrope of logic, there's no room for a false step. Sink or swim, the only way through is forward. The murder weapon. Where is Max's bust now? Alright. Okay, Whackfrost. You're telling me to trust you. What is the wrong, funny answer here that I choose? Pick courtroom first? Okay. It's obvious. The bust is inside this very courtroom. It's obviously where? Allow me to pinpoint the location of the bust once and for all. Oh, now what do I pick? Now pick judge bench? It's, what? Why did you stop talking all of a sudden? Well, I'm just not really sure if I should be saying anything or not because, under your honor's bench! You had to think about whether it was a good idea to say that? Gwah! What did you just say to me? That's a penalty! Ah! Alright. Okay, now I die. Thank you. That was a great failure. Now I have to figure out the right one out of the two. Somewhere in the lodging house or somewhere in the big top. Oh, I thought the prosecutor's bench version was funnier. Watch what happens when you say Y'all want me to keep failing? Alright. The prosecutor's bench. It's, well, I'm just, under the prosecutor's bench. No, you don't mean that. Ms. Von Karma. Ow! 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 Oh my goodness. Hello? Where did Phoenix go? Nick, get up, Nick! Proceed, Your Honor. I will when Mr. Wright opens his eyes. Am I dead? Nick, are you okay? Who is this girl? No! No, do I get amnesia again? This is no time for me to be losing my memory. Oh my gosh, that's insane. Okay, back to the game? Okay. Thank you, too, for leading me in the funniest wrong directions. Now we go back. Where is Max's bust? Well, it's not in Acro's room. I just wanted you to see that. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you showed me that. That was extremely wild. That was beautiful. Thank you. Alright. Where is Max's bust? Is it the big top or the lodging house? I'm gonna guess the big top first. It must be somewhere in the very big top. It's in the big top? Mr. Wright, where exactly in the big top would we find the bust? This is so many options. They're literally giving us 9 options. So we're gonna have 8 wrong answers to possibly hit. Oh, sorry. Fuck, I just swallowed my spit wrong. By the way, if you had full health, Judge would have just screamed guilty over and over until you're left with 1/3 health. Oh my gosh, really? I love that. But, anyway. Seven, since you already did 2 wrong on purpose. Okay, yeah, 7, you're right. There's only 7 answers left. And 6 are gonna be wrong. In the center ring. It is in the circus's center ring. What is it doing there? Haven't you ever heard the saying, if you like it, then you should put a ring on it? It's kind of like that. No, did I pick the right answer? Did I pick the right one right away? No, seems like I didn't. Alright, I didn't. Okay, so maybe the 2 rings are not related. Oh, fuck, okay. Still, 9 options is crazy for a question. It is. Fuck. Time to restart. Let's try the big top again. Must be somewhere in the very big top. Where in the big top? Maybe in the ringmaster's room? Just think it carefully. Oh. I have to think it carefully, huh? Well, I'm already here, so I'm just gonna guess the ringmaster's room. To be specific, I believe it is in the ringmaster's room. Once again, you're so predictable, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Enough of your bluffing. The ringmaster's room was thoroughly searched. There was no bust found. Alright. Alright. We're getting whipped again. No. Aw. You're gonna just keep guessing until you get it right? Well, I have to keep guessing until I get it right, but I'm trying to use logic. But is it in the lodging house somewhere? Maybe it's not. Okay. There's no doubt in my mind. The bust is somewhere around the lodging house. You don't say? He'd better not say. In fact, allow me to be even more specific as to its location. You can find it. If you were him, where would he hide the bust? I don't know where he'd hide the bust! You can find it in the plaza? It's buried in the plaza. Near the scene of the crime and no one noticed it? How could you possibly think that? Haven't you ever heard the old saying, it was hiding right under your nose? That about sums it up. We get it wrong again, don't we? Yep. Fuck. No. Oh. If you were him, where would he hide the bust, given his disability? Where would Acro hide the bust, given his disability? Would he hide it in the same... Would he hide it? Would he keep it? Is it in the courtroom? The bust is inside this very courtroom. Oh wait, that's the witness stand. Alright, no. I don't think it's the witness stand. I don't think it's the witness stand. Lodging house. I didn't know. I forgot what the last option was in the courtroom was. But it's not. It's not the witness stand. Wait, it is the witness stand! No, it's not the witness stand. Oh, I don't know. Kelly, there's a meow meow outside my window. A kitty? In Mo's room? Indeed, it's in Mo's room. The clown? You don't mean? Why would the bus be in Mo's room? That's simple. I couldn't think of any other rooms it could be in. Ow! Oh, far out. Okay. That's the wrong one. I'm actually gonna go through all the wrong ones. Is it still in Acro's room? Despite being searched? I can't believe I'm gonna go through every single fucking option. I'm so sorry. Without a doubt, the bust is in Acro's room. Ow! Let me finish. Just let me finish. Ow! I already told you that we searched his room from top to bottom. Prepare to taste your own tears, Mrs. Phoenix Wright. Fuck! What the? I'm actually getting it all wrong. This is actually insane. It's okay. Thank you. Oh my goodness, I'm an idiot. Continue. So we've done everything in the lodging house. It's in the big tub? Is it back in the cafeteria? Is it back in the cafeteria? You're gonna scream once you realize where it is and how obvious it is? Am I? Of course, it is obviously the cafeteria. The cafeteria? Why would it be there? That's easy enough. It's the messiest place in the entire circus. Ow! Oh. Fuck! It's actually on the witness stand. I kept thinking, oh, it might be on him, but I'm not gonna... Why did I never get... It's obvious. The bust is inside this very courtroom. It's obviously where? Allow me to pinpoint the location of the bust, once and for all. It's going to be the witness stand. Acro. You getting ads? Oh, Charizard, no! Okay, I'll wait until Charizard's done getting ads. I'll wait till the ads are over. Tell me when the ads are over, Acro. Did I really actually go through literally every single option until I got to the right one? I'm such an idiot. I actually can't believe it. I'm free. Welcome back. Welcome back from being free. He actually has it, doesn't he? I'd been thinking that the whole time, but for some reason I didn't guess it because I'm a fucking idiot. I almost did. I did almost guess it, and then I walked away because I'm an idiot. Ah. Deep breaths, me. Deep breaths. Smartest ever? Oh, I'm absolutely the smartest. Only the smartest would go through every wrong answer until they got to the right one. Acro. I'm sorry to ask this, but do you mind if I take the blanket off your wheelchair? I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear you, Mr. Wright. Well, you are a big guy and you have a pretty big wheelchair because of it. I just wanted to make sure you weren't hiding anything under that blanket. Because it seems to me that it'd be really easy to say, hide a bust under there. Once again, your penchant for humor hits me where it hurts, Mr. Wright. I think it's pretty amazing that you can laugh in your position. However, your lightheartedness doesn't change the fact that the bust is under there. We all know that you can't leave the lodging house by yourself in your condition. That proved inconvenient when Ms. Von Karma happened to search your room yesterday. If she had found the murder weapon in your room, it would have been all over. Which is why you had to hide it, in the only place that you could hide it. Under your wheelchair. Which is why, Acro, I have to ask you again. Would you please remove the blanket from your lap? Well done, Mr. Wright. Masterfully played. You! You fool! How could you? You've got me. I've been bagged by a real pro. Actually, 2 of them. 2 of them? Miss Franziska Von Karma and Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? There's just one thing I'd like to know. How did you know to launch the surprise search on my room last night? Huh? There were 2 pieces of decisive evidence, the cloak and the bust. I burned the cloak in my room and threw the ashes away with the trash. Regina always took my trash out every morning, you know. But the bust, obviously I couldn't throw that away. When you executed your search, all I could do was try to hide the bust. And the only place that I could hide it quickly was under this wheelchair. Ms. Von Karma, you had things all figured out, didn't you? I was completely suckered in by your calculated strategy. And now to be caught in the middle of court hiding the murder weapon? There's no way I can escape that. So, you've got me. Well done, Mr. Wright. Well done, Ms. Von Karma. It all makes sense now. I can't believe that Von Karma thought that far ahead. It's amazing. Uh-huh. You definitely couldn't tell by looking at her. I know I sure couldn't. I can't believe it. Me! Make a mistake! Why did I order a surprise search of your room? If only I hadn't done that. It seems we finally arrived at the truth. Acro. Yes, Your Honor. Did you kill the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Mr. Russell Berry? Yes, Your Honor. I'm responsible for that crime. Acro. All my brother wanted was for Regina to like him. That's why he'd tease her. One day my brother sprinkled some pepper on Regina. She started sneezing so hard you couldn't help yourself from laughing. That's why Regina thought it'd be funny to get him back in the same way. And that's why she covered the scarf with pepper. I know she didn't mean for anything bad to happen. I know this. She just wanted to make my brother sneeze a few times, too. But I just couldn't forgive her, no matter what. What am I truly guilty of? I'm guilty of never, ever being able to understand her. Your brother became a star. Regina believes in that so purely that she would laugh innocently when saying it. Too innocently. I just couldn't stand it, no matter how hard I tried. That's when you decided to do something about Regina. How dreadful. So are you saying that you are a victim in all of this as well? No, that's not what I mean. Oh, he's crying. I'm nothing but a murderer. That's who I am. At first I thought I'd kill myself, then I pondered giving myself up. But I couldn't just up and leave. I just couldn't. Not yet. That's why I tried to pin this on Max. Max, I'm so sorry. I just couldn't up and leave yet. Oh my gosh. This has been such a strange case. It's almost a reflection of the circus itself. I'm an idiot. I can't believe it. You beat me again. I believe this case is now beyond any point of possible discussion. Thus, I'd like to declare my verdict. Not guilty. No, don't throw confetti. This is like the saddest not guilty of all time. This court is adjourned. Holy shit. Right, let's re-chat. It's on the witness stand. Me, she finally got it. Zephyr, wait, no it's not. Me. Alright, first of all, Whackfrost, my pronouns are they, them. So I am not a she, but I thanks for the sentiment. Literally, if Acro just found a minute or two to dump the bus somewhere on the way, he would have gotten away. True, he could have just thrown it anywhere else. Or something like that. That's so weird. Please take off the blanket. I can't. I'm not wearing pants. There was no way he'd be alone since somebody had to wheel him in the courtroom, so it would be impossible for that window of opportunity. That's true. I get that people see Acro as a sympathetic murderer, but like, couldn't he just act like a normal adult if it was a 16-year-old girl, literally just talk to her? That's also true. He could have just talked to the 16-year-old, but at the same time, like, I get why he didn't. It's sad that he lost someone else. Like, you can't deny that he's a murderer, and it's unfortunate that he's a murderer, but he cried. He's obviously very remorseful, and he's one of the very few actual remorseful murderers in the game. So, I'm always going to appreciate that about him. That he is grieving as well, and he's sorry, and that he did it for a reason that he realized maybe was pointless. Still, Franziska being able to whip someone into amnesia makes her even more terrifying. Very true. It is terrifying. You have to remember that with Acro's condition, he can't just toss something so far, especially the heavy bus. That is also true. Acro can't do that. But he has really high body strength, so also he could. I don't know. Either way, it's just kind of a sad turn of events. Overall. But now Max is free to marry a girl 5 or 6 years younger than him, and that's creepy as hell. But we can't stop that. So that, out of all of this, that sucks. Fabulous! But to be honest, I can't really be too happy about this. Acro, the ringmaster, Regina, and Bat. Not a single one of them was a bad person inside, huh? That's a good question, and one I don't know the answer to. Many congrats, but only at max 1 million of them. Thank you. What's with the vibe in this room? We're just thinking about Acro. No. If you worry about people too much, then you'll be like this forever and never be happy. Huh? Wah! She's been like this for a while now. Wah! It's all my fault! Wah! Sweetie pie. Bat and Acro, they're never coming back. Now everyone's gonna split up. Regina, Mr. Wright, tell me something. What do you want to know, Regina? Acro said something right at the end. I just couldn't up and leave yet. Does that mean that Acro, is he gonna try and get his revenge on me? I don't think he is. I don't think he could do that anymore. Regina is still Damon Gant levels of evil. No, I really don't think that's true, Whackfrost. She's weird, but she's a 16-year-old girl who tried to pull a prank on the guy who was teasing her, and it ended up with him getting killed. And she is currently in a romantic relationship with someone who is a grown adult, and I feel like she is no wrong in that. That's just unfortunate for her. I think she's just an unfortunate character that is maybe a little too naive for her own good. You know? Actually, Regina's the only one who comes back from this case. All the weird people and the clown are gone. Regina's the only one that comes back? Oh, that's nice, at least. Yeah, I don't think so. He's not gonna do that to you, Regina. Are you sure? You're really sure? I can believe that? Yep. Acro doesn't have any desire for revenge anymore. If that's true, then I want to see some evidence. Huh? I want to know you're not just making up that stuff about Acro not wanting revenge. Oh, well, what is it? What's the evidence to this? What's the evidence that Acro doesn't want revenge anymore? Want the answer or no? You know what? I do want the answer. Why does Acro no longer want revenge? It's Bat? Okay. I thought it might have been Bat, but I wasn't 100% sure. Acro didn't want to get caught for a reason. He wanted to see his brother open his eyes again. Bat! That's right, Regina. He's still alive, you know. I never knew. But now that Acro's been caught... Uh-huh. I know! What? I'll do it. I'll stay next to Bat as long as it takes. Until he opens his eyes. And then until he can meet Acro again. That's so sweet of you, Regina. I'm sorry, Acro. I'm sorry, Bat. Well, hopefully this is enough to give her a little peace of mind. Hey, Max. What is it, Mo? We really put you through a lot, didn't we, buddy? I'm sorry about what happened. So whenever you'd like to leave us, I'll pay your fee and rip up the contract. I understand. What a fabulous thing to do for me. I might even leave tomorrow. What's going to happen to the circus now? That's the big question. Our ringmaster was really an amazing person, wasn't he? Even though he's not here anymore, everyone is just sticking together. The staff, the performers, no one wants to leave the circus. That's why I've made a decision. What is it? I've decided that I will take over as the new ringmaster. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. I honestly prefer not answering Regina's question so Bat gets left alone. But that's the thing. If Bat gets left alone, Bat will be completely alone. Because Acro's gone. Acro can't visit him anymore. I think having Regina there to watch over them, she'll also learn her lesson, she'll understand consequences to her actions, and I think looking after Bat like that could help her grow. Honestly. I might be just being a little too optimistic, but that's what I think. I'll turn this circus into the best circus this world has ever seen. The best circus the world has ever seen? Don't laugh! That's quite the goal. Yay, I can't wait! Then I guess that changes things. Huh? There's only one thing the best circus the world has ever seen needs. The world's best illusions. Which means this circus needs the best magician the world has ever seen. Max, let's work together and make our circus super fabulous. What do you say, big guy? I don't know what to say. All I can say is thank you. Regina, you're gonna help them out too, aren't you? I don't know. Maybe the circus would be better off without me. What are you talking about, Regina? Why do you think that I brought you to the court today? We've got to work together to make the Berry Big Circus bigger than it's ever been. Mo's right, sweetie pie. It can't be the Berry Big Circus without Regina Berry. Max. Nick! It seems like everything is going to turn out alright here. I can't wait to go see the best circus the world has ever seen. We'll save you the most fabulous seats. It'll take us a while to get ready, but I'm going to order special whoopee cushion seats. Aha, 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 aha. Ah! Oh my goodness, he's laughing even more. Are you done? Oh, he is done. Oh. Oh? I see. What made the case? Yesterday's surprise raid. It really paid off, just like you said it would, sir. You had it all figured out, didn't you? It was just a theory. If Acro really was the killer, I thought— Oh? Dead Pixels! Thank you so much for the raid! Especially if he was— Oh, fuck. You mean Mr. Wright? A plane. Of course. Well, Detective, my plane is about to leave. Welcome, Raiders! Welcome, Dead Pixels! I plan to personally stop by the Chief Prosecutor's office as soon as I get back. Understood, sir! I'll be waiting for you, Mr. Edgeworth. He's alive! He's alive! He's alive! I knew it! In your face, Con! You kept trying to convince me, and yet you were wrong! Oh my goodness. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Who will be this year's Grand Prix champion? Who will be our hero of heroes? I'm trying to, like, conquer these as well as the other things. Will it be last year's runners-up? Oh. Oh. I see the student of a certain starry school are roaring to win. And global hero Onyan Capon doesn't want to go home. Oh my goodness, alright. I'm just not going to read them. And now, the winner of the 3rd annual Hero of Heroes Grand Prix. Another Grand Prix, huh? Is me? The moon? What? Oh my goodness! The true hero of the night. Looks like this year's Grand Prix goes to this fantastic warrior. The Nickel Samurai. Too bad, Jammin Ninja. Looks like the title eluded you again this year. Oh my goodness. Alright. Fuck. Oh my goodness. Okay. Court. No, not court record. Back. Options. No, app. Options. Title screen. Okay. That was a lot to happen at once. Sorry. First of all, Dead Pixels, thank you so much for the raid. Unfortunately, we just finished the case, so I am most likely ending at this point. I'm really sorry about that, but thank you so much for the raid. Let me get a SO Dead Pixels. Anyone who's watching me? There we go. Please feel free to follow Dead Pixels. He's a great streamer. I've had a huge fun time watching him in the past. He does like a lot of Elden Ring. He's a little bit ahead of me in the Phoenix Wright games as well, but he's great fun to watch. So anyone who sees him, feel free to watch him. Whackfrost, thank you so much for the follow. I don't know if the notification came up, but I saw it come up. There it is. Oh no, that's not it. DGage20, thank you so much for the follow. Raid? Yeah, it was a raid, Tony. Oh, I'm shaking. I don't know why. I'm just feeling so weird. But, oh, hello, it's me again, the Fishman. What a fabulous stream you have. It is a fabulous stream, it is. I can't believe, oh my goodness. I forgot to do that the last time I was here. That's okay, D-Gage. Thank you so much for coming. Oh, Money, thank you so much for following. Everyone, welcome to the Strawberry Patch. Thank you so much for stopping by. Tony for 20, thank you so much for following. Oh my goodness. Thank you so... Aranetta! Errant T, thank you so much for the follow. Oh my goodness. I'm losing it a little. But, okay. That was a lot to happen in the finale of that. Edgeworth is back. I knew it. I knew Edgeworth was gonna come back. Doesn't matter how much Con tried to trick me. He was always gonna come back. Oh my goodness! I made it to 100. Oh! Oh my goodness!
Tony420 gifted a tier 1 sub to Aaron T.
Oh my... Oh no, is this gonna happen for every single one of them? Oh no.
Tony420 gifted a tier 1.
Oh, I need to learn how to turn that off, don't I?
Tony420 gifted a tier 1 sub to Firecracker 509. Tony420 gifted a tier 1 sub to
So many gift subs. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. That was... Oh my goodness. I'm losing my mind a little bit. I'm gonna lose it a little right at the end of the stream. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for all the subs. Thank you the followers. I now have 150 followers. Thank you so much. That's huge. Thank you a lot. So yeah, I will probably be heading out of the stream now. Let's see if we can find someone to raid, possibly. Let's see if anyone else is playing Justice for All currently. There we go. No, it's just me and someone who is not English. So I think... let's see... I think we will... Ooh. I think we'll raid Dano again. Let's do it again. Raid. Let me make sure that's the right way his name is. Alrighty. There we go. Alright. What? Invalid username? Invalid username? There we go! Took a minute. Everyone, hop into the raid. Just say it was Little Berry Raid. Sorry for cutting the stream so quickly after I just got raided, but I gotta head out and I have some plans for this evening. So, good night everybody. Thank you so much for coming to stream. Thank you so much for the follows. Thank you so much for thank you for the gift subs and the subs and just talking in chat. It was really nice to see you all here. If you want to keep up with me on other social media accounts, those are my social media accounts there. And if you want to chat with me or any other people in my community, feel free to join my Discord. On Thursday, I'll be playing more Pokemon probably, or maybe more Apex, not 100% sure. But after that, in a little over a week, in about a week and a half, we will be having my first ever community day in celebration for my birthday. You can vote for the games in my Discord that we will be playing, and I hope to see you all there so I can play games with you. It'll be Jackbox or Gartic Phone or Codenames or something. It'll be a bunch of like little fun community games. But thank you so much everyone for coming in, and I will see you all next time. Alrighty. Bye-bye! Thank you so much. Bye-bye. See you next time!